Pick a lane, any lane. Hello, truckers, drivers, and adventurers. I am the KILR Awesome Trucker, and we're here where we left off at the Georgia Pacific. We got to see some trains. We just dropped off our last trailer, and we're going to pick up our next one, but I've got to give them a call and see if it's ready. I actually used my off-road button today for traction, so I forgot what the PDL lock was for. I think that was also for traction too. Got mud all over me. I hope the other pair of pants I have is clean. At least this isn't too bad. Coming back here to make sure this is up high enough. I heard something squealing back here too. I don't know what it was. I need to... had to move that down. Yeah, I think I've got enough room. We'll back it up some more. Looking good. Come down in here, make sure that's going to go in just fine. You don't want to be all centered and back up and bend that kingpin. That would be bad. Okay, we got our lock on. We're going to take a picture there of the license plate so that way I can use that for the goals. And we are 4-step process. Remember, we want to make sure, let's make sure, I didn't see if the, I mean, we hooked it up, but I didn't look to see if the release arm went in. Yeah, I can see it. So the release arm went in. Step 1. Step 2. Got the cables in there. Make sure these are tight, you know, push them on there, make sure they're locked up here. So we got all those up there. Landing gear, step 3. Got that up. We're going, well, whether we're going to California or not, check your tandems. These are all the way to the back. So with California, you need to get it up here to the 40-foot mark. Alright, and I've already pulled that out. I've got to back up in order to bring these forward. We're doing our get out and look, making sure there ain't no one walking back here. And we'll go ahead and with the parking brake on, I don't think this is supposed to move. I think it's just, it feels like this moves. It feels like this moves, but it should just be the wheels. I'm not even using the tandem stopper right now. Whoops, went too far. Okay. Need to bring it, well, we can have it here. We just can't have it further back, but the load is over 34,000, so let's get this over here. I had to use my... Jeez, okay. I hit and then went back. Dang it. It's because of these rocks. The traction is... You think it would be good, but... Oh, geez, finally. As you can see, I had to go back to this again. I kept sliding back and forth, missing the target. Oh, this time the tandems were kicking my butt on this one. I don't know, it happens. That's why I have this. Sometimes you need the right tools for the right job. Just so you can be productive and, you know, not go all over the place. Alright. Locking pins are out. Our federal looks good. Oh my goodness, thank God. Yep, I see the king or the locking jaws around the kingpin. I already know the pins are in place over here. From here, tires look fine. We got these here. Yep, that tire looks fine. Those brakes look thin. I think it's okay though. A little percussion test. Looks good. Blink. Blink. I see the light on the license plate. Got my lock on. Let's make sure that light there blinks. Okay. Check these tires from this side. They look okay. That's rusty as heck, but the lug nuts look fine. Same here. Tire looks okay. Saw the brakes and brake pads in there. They're a little hard to see. Yep, I see that one there. All right. We did our drum beat. Oh, so we're good to go on this. Well, we got to go weigh it. They have a scale here. Hopefully everything will be fine. Maybe there's a slight problem with this load after all. I went to go verify the seal, and it's not on here. Maybe it's inside. I don't know. I'll check. But I saw these sitting on the ground. I'm going to compare these with what's on the paperwork. Okay. Yeah, there was a seal in here. I think that's it too. Oh crap. The thing is, am I supposed to leave this in here or leave it in here? I think it's supposed to be left in here. Yeah, this has got the loading stuff. I remember from, I believe it was the load from Lancaster. They wanted the shipping. I think the shipping manifest. I think it had to be inside there. take a look at the paperwork here. My books, pages were blowing all over the place. $142,844. Perfect. All right, good deal. Okay, yeah. So if you're doing when you're doing your pre-trip on the trailer, when you first get it and you don't see a seal, don't panic. Okay, just open up the trailer, take a look, get out and look, and see if the seal is in there. Also gives you an opportunity if you do need to open up the door and look inside. My vest is inside out. I didn't get out and look, apparently. You can take a look and see if the load looks like it's centered. If it's all the way to the back of the trailer, it may not be. But this looked like it was centered, so we're probably okay with the weight. All right, let's get going. We got to get this weighed, but again, I think it's okay. It's 39,000 pounds. If it's in the middle, it should be split in half. It should be okay. But let's go get it weighed. Okay, taking a much needed break because it was long going in and long going out. uh, 4 hours of drive time. Granted, it wasn't all at the same time, but with my feet getting wet, my socks wet, my pants all muddy, I'd like to be able to get a chance to maybe clean up a little bit, not look so blah, and also to eat something too, because it is 2:04. Just turn down the CB. Next stop we're going to be making is the fuel stop, and we'll just keep going. Eugene, Oregon is not too far from here. I don't know if that's on the border of Oregon and California, but I'm hoping we can make it into California today, and then we'll do some more driving tomorrow. But like always, I like to try to shut down between 6 and 7. So we'll see if I'm able to try to do as much as I can. So even though I got 6 hours of drive and basically on my shift clock, that's going to take me out to, well, that will take me out to around 7, so that's not too bad. And I don't need to stop at a, I don't know, I might need to stop at a at a truck stop if I need to do laundry or something, but I think I'll be okay. So, all right, I will be right back with you right after this. I'm invisible. Stop looking at me. I gotta say, I feel much better. Not only the food, but just, and you can see I've, oh my goodness, I think I put on weight. But I changed, it's all the soda and junk food. Yeah, I changed my pants. They were blue before. Didn't change my shoes though. Anyone got a hose? This is actually a pretty nice rest stop here. I just figured I would take a little bit of a walk here. See, when it comes to the 30-minute break, I use it the way it was meant to be used, to take a break. Give myself a little bit of a recharge and continue, moving. There are some out there where they try to incorporate their break into, I don't know, let's say doing things in the yard when they pick up a trailer or whatever. They'll put themselves on off duty while they're working on macros or paperwork or what have you. Or they'll try to use as, their off-duty time when, going to a truck stop, and then, like, maybe they're in there for 15 minutes and then they slowly, I don't know, I just know there are some people out there, maybe a lot of people, where instead of taking the 30-minute break the way it was meant to, it's more of a nuisance. It's kind of like, well, I have to take it. I don't want to take it. Because they just want to make as much money as they can. And I've said this before, I mean, that's fine, but there's more to this than money. And just because you're making a lot of money does not mean that you are successful. It's not all about money. I mean, if money is your goal, okay, well, that's great. It's not necessarily mine. Oh, look at this. Try not to get myself muddy again. Oh yeah, there's like mud and stuff over here. A vineyard, I think. Very cool. Sometimes it's just about the experience, you know? Just, you know, coming out here and just enjoying the air and listening to the birds and the bees and all the traffic over there driving back and forth. I like how there's picnic tables here. Damn, I wish I had paid attention. I could have made my lunch and just come out here. I gotta remember to do that. If I start early enough in the morning, then I can shut down early at a rest stop. You know, and use one of the grills or something. Grill some hamburgers. Well, maybe a couple. maybe not a lot. But my favorite part of trucking is the driving. That's the part that I really like the most. And when someone, you know, wants to accuse me of just sitting on a load and staying in one place, that's just not true. I like to travel. I like to move around. I like to drive. And I like to be able to share that with you folks. So me staying in one spot is absolutely boring. Right? Do you folks want to just see the same thing, in one spot? No, of course you don't. Not sure what I stepped in. It sounds like a personal problem. I don't know. But I mean, you're here because, you want to get an idea of what it's like to be in trucking, the good and the bad. And, have I made some complaints? Have I whined a little bit? Sure, I did. But everyone that comes into this, they're not going to come in here and just like, ooh, yeah, happy. Or emotionless, like no emotions whatsoever. This can be quite an emotional experience. I mean, this is more than a job, it's a lifestyle. But, yeah, it's success is what you make out of it. And I should not be judged based on someone else's success. If someone wants to run themselves rampant, make as much money as they can, well, great. But just because they consider that successful does not mean that that's the same thing for me. Clouds and stuff, there's like a storm coming, but I don't know. I mean, let me know your thoughts down below. Maybe like what success means to you. What does success mean to you? Just doing your job the best that you can? And if you do your job the best that you can, does that mean running yourself constantly so you can make as much money as you can? Or is it just more, just, just wanting to do the job right, but also take care of yourself at the same time? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Well, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get back on the road here. I got to say, this is probably one of my favorite Swift trailers. And I think this is the first one that I got that's got the veteran thing with the flag. Yeah, I like this. This is one of my faves. Okay, we're here at our fuel stop. Ooh, I need to mark myself out here. Save some of my drive time. Then once we get up there, I gotta switch to on duty as far as fuel, but might as well put myself off if I'm having to wait. But yep. So we are here. I got just over 3 hours left of on duty time. Ooh, did I pick the right lane? Yeah, that'd be great if I did. Yeah, so I got just over 3 hours left of drive time. Oh, yes, I did. Woo! Fuel is all done, including the DEF, which we had less than a quarter left. But everything's all filled up. We are ready to go. I have a rest stop picked out about a couple hours away, and that's where we're going to be shutting down. I should get there about 7:38 p.m. That's about the time that I want to get there, and it's in California, so here we go. We are here at the rest stop near Grants Pass. Okay, so I think we're still in Oregon. I was planning to go further, but I had a feeling I should probably pull off. I'm glad I did. There's not very many spaces here at this one that I came to. So maybe someone's moving their tandems, I don't know. And there's not a lot of room back there to try to get your trailer swung around to get into a spot. So, but I was lucky. There was a spot here open next to me. It's not now, but it allowed me plenty of room to kind of get in and swing my trailer around. But another thing too is wound up getting a message on the Zonar that through the Point app that there's a low visibility warning. Let me go to that. Yeah, I got it on right there. So, low visibility warning. Please stay alert, reduce speed, and increase following distance if conditions worsen. Oh no, if conditions worsen, consider parking in a safe location until conditions improve. So I'm not quite sure where. I'm guessing it's based on my location. Now, I didn't have any problems with visibility, but it might be happening south of here. So maybe it's a good idea that I did actually pull over, so seems good. But I'm going to call it a night, and we will continue tomorrow. Don't think we're going to get there tomorrow. We still have over 500 miles to go. If I drove, usually it's an average of 50 miles per hour. Even 10 hours, I'm going to get, maybe 500 miles. I'm not going to get a lot. And once we hit California, the fastest you can go is 55. So we won't get this delivered until Saturday, a couple days from now. But it'll be in the morning because we'll only be 50 miles away. So basically wake up, do the pre-trip, go make the delivery, grab the next load, and it's probably going to take us near the Phoenix terminal, my guess, unless they have to send us to another another location first before we go there, which is possible. All right, so we're on another day here. This is just going to be all driving today. That's all it is. Still had trouble getting sleep. I think I might have gotten 5 hours of sleep, either 4 or 5 hours of sleep before the inverter started beeping again, because the battery was, drained all the way down. So I had to get up like what I am right now, not dressed, but revving the engine, every couple of minutes. I think I did that for half an hour, and worked on some editing or something. I really wasn't anything else I could do. I had to charge the battery up some so that way I could lay back down and not have to hear that inverter beeping or burping. One of the two. Either way, it's still noisy. I think it's funny. I was going to say that these trucks should have opti-idle, but this one does not, as we know, because we've already went through it. So, well, I'm going to get ready here, do the pre-trip, and we'll be on our way. Thought you might like to be able to see this rest stop before I take off. Lots of trees and stuff. Oh, there was another Swift truck. He took off. Yeah, it rained last night. We just made a brief stop here because the driver support team had got me set up with a load that will take me back to Arizona to the terminal. They're going to have me T-call that load. So we'll be getting this one delivered first thing tomorrow morning and picking up the other one. And that's about it. here at our rest stop to take our 30-minute break. Maybe a little more. Not that much more. Went through a lot of hills, mountains, grades, 5%, 6%, or degrees. Every time I see the sign, I forget to look to see if it's degrees or percentages. But I used my technique each and every time, and it worked. Some cases I barely used my foot pedal. So basically what I did is I slowed down. In some cases going up, it had to go down to 7th gear on its own. So once it did that, I just went ahead and switched it to manual. In other cases, I just went ahead and slowed down before I got to the grade and get it to 7th gear. And then from there, I could use my foot pedal to slow down enough to be able to downshift to 6. Sometimes I use 7, but like on the serious grades, I shifted down to 6. I had the first level of engine brake on. So it's already on, it's already having me slow. And so I used the same technique that you read in the CDL manual. You've got your safe speed, let it go up to 5 miles, go down 5 miles per hour, let it roll back up, go back. And so what I did, instead of using the foot brake, the service brake, I switched between the first setting and the second setting of the engine brake. So it's keeping the truck slow, but I would let it, go a little faster, put on the second setting, slowed back down, put on, switch it back to first, sped back up. So I just kept doing that. Just, keeping that 5 mile per hour thing. And we do have a heavy load. It's under 80,000, but it's over 70,000 total. Just fine. Every single time worked like a charm. So it's really cool that I've been able to get to this point. So the Rockies, not a problem, not worried about it. Heck, we did this with rain, and there was the road was wet. No problem whatsoever. So for those of you who've been watching for a while, and you remember when I was real scared of the I-70 after burning my brakes up, you're probably thinking, yeah, man, yeah. It was like, you got this. Yes, I do. Yes, I do got it. So, pretty cool. I'm definitely ready to go east. How about you? Well, we're going to be going to Arizona first, but I'm definitely ready to go east. So, time to take that break. I'll be right back with you. Not going to really do much walking, but I thought you might like to see this rest stop. We got the facilities here. We have a all-American Swift truck over there. I wonder who that is. That is the I-5 out there. Why are there cars parked where the trucks are supposed to be? Come on. Now, I've taken, looks like 48 minutes. Just so you know, you do not have to limit yourself to 30 minutes. You just have to take at least 30 minutes. There's no need for you to rush through and do whatever you're going to do within 30 minutes. or sit there and stare at the clock, and once it goes 30, it's like, oh, okay, time to go. Use the brake for what it was meant to. Fix yourself some food, go use the facilities. Heck, go take a walk. Go take a walk. Maybe play a 15-minute game. Just take a break and let yourself recharge. That's what the break is for. You just have to take at least 30 minutes. There are some people that really that's all they need. They want to go out, maybe make something real quick, go use the facility and just keep going. That's fine. But don't feel like you're pressured to have to do that. I don't know what it is with some of these people where they expect you to run as ragged as they are. No, don't let people push and bully you around, telling you, well, you need to run that clock all the way down until there's like 10 minutes left. And if you got to park on the side of the road, then just park on the side of the road. Don't let people push you. All right? You make money based on how much you're doing. All right? Seems fair enough to me. If you want to work really hard and make a lot of money, you can do that. If you want to pace yourself, you can do that too. Just take it easy. Don't push yourself over the limit. I mean, some people like competition. They like to go fast. They like to go for that prize. Me, I like endurance. For me, endurance, long term. The short term, once in a while I can do it, but if I keep doing it, I'm going to burn myself out. So for me, it's about endurance and the long term. So, but I'm curious, if you're out there driving, again, it doesn't matter what carrier you're with. You don't have to be here because of Swift. You can be here because of another carrier. It's perfectly fine. You're all welcome. You know that. Come on. We're all inclusive here. Unless you're an absolute jerk to me or to the other viewers, you're out. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, I'm really curious about you folks. How do you spend your 30 minutes? Do you take a little bit more? You just take 30? And what do you do during that time? Do you go take a walk, or do you take your 30-minute break at a rest stop? I find it relaxing, personally. I like coming to the rest stops. I find it very relaxing. Or do you go to a truck stop and do a little bit of shopping or something? How do you spend your 30 minutes? You read a book, play a game, sit there and stare at the e-log until 30 minutes is up? Do you go do not really a pre-trip, but a midway trip or something? Do you go out and just kind of, car spot, truck spot? Oh, look, there's a red car. I spy with my little eye a white car, a blue car, a red truck. You just stare at the clouds. What is it that you do? I'm really curious. Let me know in the comments. Don't be afraid. I like hearing from you. All right, let's get back on the road.
Down and moving, down and moving.
Yay, we found a place to park. It was getting later and later, and you know, freeways are getting busier and busier. It's funny with California. It's like you're so close, but yet so far away. You know, you're like 20 miles away, but you're only going 5 miles per hour, which means it's going to take you 4 hours to get there. Or you're 5 miles away from where you need to go, and you're going 1 or 2 miles per hour. It's like, well, dang it, I can go up and push faster than this. Yeah, that's the thing that's frustrating about California. You know, you get so close, but yet you're so far away. But thankfully, there were plenty of spots here. I had a little bit of an issue getting the tractor trailer straightened up inside the parking box here. But I used the technique that I started to figure out, which was get out, look. But the reason that I was doing it was not to look around and see where I was. It's to look at the trailer and see how it's angled. Because whenever I look at the mirror with the trailer, it looks like when you look at the parking line and you look at the trailer, it's like, oh, that's parallel, you know? And then you go out and look at the, you get out and look, and then you see the trailer is like crooked. So what I wind up having to do is I have to get it at that angle and straighten up the wheel. Don't try to swing the trailer under, not yet. Have it at that angle, straighten up the wheel and back up, so that way your trailer, you know, comes like this. And then once it's in the line, then you take your tractor and then pull forward and turn, so that way it, you know, it lines up. You're pulling out that bend, you know, and then, you know, if you pull, you know, forward a little too far, then you just back up straight. And that was what clicked in my head, and it seems to be working as far as that's concerned. But okay, well, I am shutting down for tonight. I think I am gonna wake up early tomorrow, try to get out of here at 5, and then get to the drop-off point, because we got to get that, then we got to pick the one up. So by the time we get all that, because we won't be driving during the drop-off and the pickup, and I hope it doesn't take long for those, you know, as far as waiting and stuff. I didn't even think about that. But hopefully we'll be able to get enough drive time in to get out of this area and make our way towards Arizona, where, you know, we're further away from the city and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's going to take us along the I-10. But yeah, it'll be what it'll be. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Well, it's the next morning. And it is really foggy. Visibility is not the greatest. So the question, is it safe to drive out there? Well, now, yeah, obviously there's other cars and trucks that are driving out there. Should a new driver be going out there that maybe has not driven in that type of visibility? Or should they be forced? Well, Yeah, this seems to be something that I hear a lot. Well, no one else has a problem with it. What's the matter? You don't know how to drive? That seems to be something that I hear several times. So, sending a new person out in that who maybe doesn't have a whole lot of skill just because other drivers can do it that may have been around for longer. Is it just me? I don't know. Okay, so here's a message that has come up once before in regards to low visibility. Increase your following distance, like slow down and increase your following distance. Okay, unless the condition worsens. But what does that mean exactly? What do you consider worse? I mean, that's a matter of opinion, right? I mean, one person might look at this and say, I don't know, that's kind of bad. You know, and another person that may have been driving for 15, 20 years, or, you know, maybe they just like, you know, thrill rides, looking at that saying, nah, there's no problem. Get in this truck vehicle, wee, right on down the, you know. So what's considered worse? I don't know. Maybe they should make it a little bit more specific. Like, I don't know, if you can't see the car in front of you, or, but I mean, I don't know. Well, here's the thing. This load is being T-called. Here's why. Okay, it's not because I don't want to deliver it. It's not because I'm worried about the parking. Heck, I went and looked up the place. It happens to be that they're closed on the weekend. And this company, when this was sent to me, there was no appointment for it. It's I'll put it up here so you can see. It says no scheduled appointment yet, is what it says. So that really, you know, didn't tell me anything. Apparently, the load that I got that takes me to Arizona, it had a rescheduled. Well, I saw a message that something was rescheduled. I thought it was that one, as far as me picking that up. And no, it was referring to the load that I'm on right now, that it was rescheduled 3 days from now as far as delivery. And I'm like, what? It's like, I'm not going to sit on this for 3 days. So I put in there to have a T-call. I even messaged the fleet manager saying, hey, I don't want to sit on this for 3 days. So it's being T-called to the Lathrop Terminal. Now, in previous missions, when something like this would happen, I would just go ahead and stick it all the way through. But I'm not doing that now. Apparently that's the wrong thing to do. You know, instead of sticking it out with a certain load to make sure that it gets there, apparently that's not the right answer. The right answer is to always have your wheels going. So maybe someone will pick that up and get it delivered, and maybe someone won't get it picked up and delivered. I don't know. I'm having trouble trying to figure out how they're working things. Maybe someone will get it delivered. I don't know. It just seems to me that if you've got a load, you know, you want to make sure that that load gets delivered. Now, if it's two extremes, you know, like what this one is, where it's like, you know, they're not, it's going to be 3 days from now, then yeah, then I can see, you know, T-calling it. But yeah, I'm just having some trouble with with certain things. But yeah, so anyway, we're going to the Lathrop Terminal in California. We're going to T-call this, and we're going to be looking for empty trailers. You remember what happened in Salt Lake City where I was going around writing down empty trailer numbers? Some of those are probably going to be dedicated or locked down for one reason or another, just like they were in Salt Lake. But we'll see what we can find, and if we can find something, great. If not, we're going to have to get an empty trailer solution. Hopefully it's a trailer that's not expired like it was back in Salt Lake City, if you remember that mess. But once again, whereas before I just went ahead and took it, dealt with it, did what needed to be done, I'm not going to do that this time. I will just message them saying, hey, this is not a legal trailer. I'm going to need something else. So I don't like having to do it this way. I kind of think this is why there's a lot of trailers that are messed up, because someone goes to pick it up and they're like, I'm not taking this thing is bad. And so if a lot of drivers are doing that, there's a lot of screwed up trailers out there. So is it just me, or does it seem like things could be a little, I don't know, better, more organized, or I don't know. Just something about that really bothers me. Welcome to trucking. Anyway, I'm gonna have breakfast and we'll get going. Well, I'm having a little bit of trouble. I found some spots, but they're at an angle, which throws me off, for one. And two, there are semis parked horizontally on the other side. There was one that I was going to try to back into, and there was a truck over here on this side, and I was getting too close to it. So I just decided, no, I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and get the paperwork, and I'm going to go ahead and just put it in the box. I'm going to find the yard dog and say, hey, can you go ahead and park this trailer for me? Because, hey, there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? And look, if I don't feel comfortable trying to get something parked, I mean, I can sit here and spend all day trying to get it in there, or I can find a more efficient way to do it, and that is to get the yard dog, who's got a more maneuverable truck than what I have, and get it in there. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Yard dog doesn't work on weekends. Safety by choice, not by chance. So if I want to make a choice to do something safe, apparently that gets people mad. Well, you just have to take a chance to get it in there. But they don't say that. Well, you're just going to have to figure it out and get out and look as many times as it takes. Boy, that really helps, doesn't it? You know, if it's a tight area and my skill set is not built up enough, especially backing up into these angled, I hate these because it throws off everything that I've learned. Because, you know, all the parking that I've done has been, you know, the right angle type of stuff. The only time that I've really parked in these angled ones is like when either pulling through or if there's more than one spot next to it, which gives me room to maneuver. But when there's only one, and then there are trucks on the other side where I don't have a whole lot of room to maneuver, yeah, there's someone over here. Hold on, let me ask him. Safety by choice, not by chance. Or safety by choice, not chance, right? Something like that. So, the guy that I saw over there, he's actually going to help me. I just told him, I said, look, I don't have the same skill set as some of these other drivers. And I'm a little pressured here because I have to go find an empty that's not locked down. So there's a lot, you know, going on. So how much time am I going to waste trying to get that trailer backed into a spot? Or can I get someone who has a much more maneuverable truck to get it in there, and then I can move on? Guess which choice I made? Work smarter, not harder. So I don't know, part of me thinks that, you know, I'll get yelled at either way, you know. Either I do it myself, and either I hit something in as a result, or I wind up taking so long that I get chewed out. Why did it take you so long? Or if I get a yard dog to put it in there, well, why couldn't you do it? Welcome to trucking. So I made sure that I got my lock off the trailer. I did take a picture of the paperwork. I still got to do the same thing with the other one. Maybe I'll work on that and get all that stuff scanned in and everything. And then the fellow went ahead and took it. So he was really nice. He's like, well, there's some spots over here and there. I was like, yeah, I know, but you know, there were semis parked on one side. There was like a truck sticking out, another. It's like, well, you know, no wonder the spots are open, because there's people have a hard time trying to get it into that spot. Hi, Birdie. Yeah, so the areas that I could have gotten it in already had a trailer there. So the areas that had space for me to maneuver, those are the ones that had trailers already parked. The areas that were open was where there was a trailer either, you know, on the other side parked horizontally, or there was a truck that was facing out. So there's a reason why those spots are open. It's because someone else couldn't get their truck and trailer in there. Now, does that mean nobody can? No, of course not. Somebody, you know, who's been doing this for a while, will be able to get it in there, no problem. But we all don't have the same skill set. All right. There are things that I'm good at that other people are not good at. And I don't mean trucking. I just mean in life in general, right? There are things that I'm really good at that other people may not be good at. And then there are things that people are good at that I'm not good at. But I do the best that I can. But yeah, I mean, I already wasted time driving around. I mean, how long was I? Okay, no, I wasn't on duty for 1 hour. No, it looks like I might have been on the yard moves for like 45 minutes. And that's me just driving around a few times trying to find a spot. How much longer was I going to spend trying to get it parked in somewhere? At some point, you've got to say, maybe there's another solution to get this moving, or, you know, to get this accomplished. And I found the solution. Now it's done. And with that, so is this mission. Didn't go to Visalia. I thought we were. I thought we were going to go to Visalia. But, well, apparently that didn't quite work out. So, yeah, we're not going to sit here for 3 days and wait. No. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to leave that thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already, because one way that you can show your support is by subscribing, because you never know. The more subscribers I get, the better my backing might be. It could be a very magical thing. You never know. You know, I hit that magic number and it's like, oh, wow, I can actually park. Who knew? But yeah, in all seriousness, I appreciate you folks watching, and be sure to leave comments and stuff like that. You know, you can be critical, just don't be mean, all right? There's been some people that have been mean in the past, and well, they had to go. But, you know, if, you know, whether you may have some positive or negative things to say, but don't be mean. That's all I say. You know, remember, I've only been doing this, I think it's now been 3 months. I'm not going to be able to park this tractor and trailer in like a pro, you know, like someone who's been doing it for years. It's going to take me a little bit to get things. There are some parking maneuvers I've been able to do, and then there are some that I'm still kind of struggling with, and the one where these are at an angle, well, you know, the Academy and Top Gun, when we did parking, we didn't park at an angle. It didn't show us that, you know. We did go through it with LCQT, with the one that I did in Kansas City. One of the parking maneuvers was at an angle, but there was only one that we did. It kind of gave me the idea, and I'm kind of trying to do it. And like I said, I think I would have been able to get the one spot if it was not for that truck that was sitting right over here. If the truck was not sitting there, I would have been able to get it, because I would have been able to continue swinging my truck over. And that's what I was doing. I was busy bringing my truck and straightening it out with the trailer so I can kind of back it in a little bit and pull up and straighten out. And there wasn't room to do it because that truck was sitting right over there. And then the other places were just ridiculous. So, but yeah. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. Hopefully it goes right. Hopefully we don't have an issue. Have a killer awesome trucking day.